Hey kids, I decided because I'm a big fan of the first movie to check out Shudder and their release of the Reef Stalked. I'm a big fan of the original. In truth, even though I do like Jaws better, I think it's the scariest shark movie I've ever seen, which also includes this. But there's definitely something to say about the Reef Stalked. Yes, I do recommend it. They really did a really good job of not just copying off the original. Not even sure if there's a reef in this movie. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's just a shark attack movie. Of course, the title Stalked, it's also discussed later on, late in the movie, is why is this shark after us? It's stalking them. Of course, it's the ocean. He has plenty to eat. He just happens to like young, beautiful women. I don't know. Well, anyway, the situation almost starts a bit like The Descent, as a group of women who, in this case, like going snorkeling together. One of the women, Nick, Tressa Lane, she has a very tragic situation that happens. Her sister is drowned in her bathtub by either a husband or a boyfriend. I'm not really sure what he is, probably a husband. And Nick ends up developing this fear of water and also wanting to protect. She does agree to go snorkeling with them sometime after the murder. I'm not sure how many years or if it's the next year, but the situation is much like The Descent. A tragedy and going out for their first time probably since the tragedy happened with a group of your friends, and of course the cast is all female in this situation. But after that, it has nothing to do with it, just a starting out point. So they go out. One is successfully going down. Another, I can't remember what the situation is, but I know that Nick is freaking out about being in the water, and so she's on her own freaking out. Annie, I'm not sure how to pronounce this name, Saskia Archer, she spots a fin, and from that moment on until they make it to the beach, and they do make it to the beach, I was almost thinking I had to turn it off. The anxiety that this movie was causing me was just driving me nuts. Now, this director did a movie called Black Water, a crocodile movie. He also did a sequel to it as well, sometime after he did the first Reef movie. That movie was a disappointment, even though, he uses this technique of, you have this body of water and you don't know where the menace is. It might be out there. It might not even be out there. We don't know. Plus, the score of the movie, I'll look up the composer's name and put it up here somewhere. Really really ate it with my anxiety. I mean, I was doing this crap. uh, Now this lasts, and this might be a series of sequences, not one long sequence, because it felt really long, but it was very well. I was welcoming it, because this is why I want to watch this movie. I want to freak out. I want to yell at the screen, "Could you stop doing this to me?" But that lasts until, of course, they make it to the beach. Now, what happens with this situation? Of course, there's an attack. Something happens. And I think it's Annie says we have to get it to the beach. Why? Because there's two kids swimming on one of those rafts. They're using the raft as they swim. And one of them, Jody, once again, I'm unsure of the pronunciation of her name, Anne Troug. It's Truong. She goes, to the kids. Eventually, the other two follow in that direction, but she goes out. Basically, it's sort of crazy. They're worried about the kids, and of course, the shark ends up following her. But these plot points have to exist, or the movie will fall flat. When one of the kids do get attacked, she survives, but she needs treatment, and just a couple women, and there's two kids. One is attacked. There's really not too many people there. They have no way to communicate, and they have to figure out how to get to another island where they can get help. They get a boat. They strap on two of the kayaks that they were using to the boat. Of course, Nick is freaking out. Her protective instincts at the tragedy of really wanting to save her friends, like she couldn't save her sister, that type of thing. But she eventually goes along with it and goes along with them. None of this until the end is really as nerve-wracking as that long series of sequences that was driving me crazy, but you end up having that drama, Nick's fear of the water and death in the water, and of course being saving her friends. It's still there, and that fuels a lot of drama. Some of it gets a little annoying, but I do appreciate the fact that they put it in there. So, between the scary bits, you got something, to hold on to. And I think it's well done. These actresses are really, honestly good. One I haven't mentioned, Lisa Kate Lister. Also very good. Did I mention the director? The director is Andrew Trowski. I think that's how you pronounce it. He did Blackwater and its sequel, and of course the original movie, The Reef. I think this is a winner. I don't like it as much as the original, The Reef, but it'll do. It'll definitely do. Well, that's it for now. Uh, this is streaming on Shudder. I don't know if there's any other services that you can get it through, but eventually these type of movies do go to DVD and Blu-ray, and maybe in a couple of years we'll see it at Dollar Tree. But until next time, stay safe and always have a good time. Okay, bye.